What's up, YouTube? This is Cooking with Doug, and welcome to my YouTube online air fryer cookbook. And these series of videos are specifically targeted to air fryer newbies, people that haven't got an air fryer maybe for the holidays and hasn't opened up the boxes yet, or maybe open it up and just haven't really got their feet wet and just intimidated by using it. I figured I'd do a couple videos showing you some simple meals and simple, best practices to get you through it. So just to join in the fun, guys, I went out and bought me a new air fryer. I think this was like 79 or 89 bucks at Walmart. It's a 6-quart Instant Pot Vortex. I'll put a link in the description if you want one, but you don't have to get this particular air fryer if you want. It's a good one, but in my opinion, any 5-quart or better or bigger air fryer, 5 to 6, that's 1700 watts, is fine with me. And if it's below 5-quart, like say if it's 3.4 or 3 whatever, 14 to 1500 watts is what you should be looking for. Now guys, normally when someone gets an air fryer, let's say in my air fryer group on Facebook, which you all should join, it's called Air Frying with Doug. I'll put a link in the description. I usually tell them to start off with some frozen fries, any one that you want. Nathan's, this is my favorite right here, but any frozen fries would be good. It'd take about 10 to 12 minutes to make in your air fryer on 400 degrees. You shake it halfway and you're done. It's nice and crispy. So on the back of this it says preheat to 425, cook to 13 to 15 minutes. So the air fryer, now of course we don't have to preheat, but this should take no longer than 12 minutes to make. But just for kicks and giggles, let's go over to my oven and let's see how long it takes to preheat. So right now it's 11:59. All right, guys, we just hit 425. It is 12:09, which means it took a full 10 minutes to preheat. Let me go ahead and turn this off. So just keep that in mind, guys. So I'm going to open my basket now. With fries, guys, you're not going to fill it all the way. You're going to fill it halfway or less than halfway. Nothing more than halfway. All right? Because if you don't, then all of it won't cook. So halfway or less than halfway. That is pretty much with everything that you're going to be making. Unless you're making like a meat or something like that. You're making like fries or veggies, stuff like that. Halfway or less than halfway. Alright guys, I have it plugged in, so I'm going to hit air fry. Alright, and I'm going to hit time. I'm going to go for 12 minutes. I'm going to keep my temp. Highest it goes is 400. Lowest it goes is 180. But I want to do 400. I want them nice and crispy for these fries. Okay, so I'm just going to hit start. Now with this air fryer, guys, with this particular air fryer, it has a mandatory preheat. The air fryer that you have at home, probably if you don't have this one, this is the only one that I know with a mandatory preheat. And I believe it's like 4 minutes. I'm going to count it down right now. It's about 12:14, so we'll see. And once it says it's preheated, I'll go ahead and add my fries. Alright, so that took about 3 minutes. So now I'm just going to open it up and add my fries. Here it's sizzling. Now remember, with this particular air fryer, it has the mandatory preheat, but I'm pretty sure the one that you have at home, unless it's the Instant Pot Vortex, it doesn't have a mandatory preheat. So we're going to go ahead and put it back in the air fryer. Put it back into the air fryer. And now we're starting to count off. I'm going to check it at 5 minutes because what we're going to do is shake it. We have to shake it so that we can distribute the heat to the fries evenly and all sides get it. Alright guys, we're at 7 minutes. Just the 5-minute mark. I'm going to give it a shake. And we pop it back in. But guess what, guys? When you're air frying, I can open the basket as much as I want. And check. And it will just continue. Let me show you so you can see. See? Stops. Then it continues. So you can check your food as much as you need to if you're making a new recipe until you feel more comfortable with it and you write down your times. You'll be good to go. But you can check as much times as you need. Also, guys, I wanted to tell you, when you're using your air fryer for the first, 3 times, certainly the first time, you might see some smoke coming out of this area. That's perfectly fine. After your 3rd use, you probably won't see that anymore. It didn't happen with this air fryer, but I've noticed that with, my Cosori, my Ninjas, my Cook Essentials, Power XLs, that did happen. So if you do see that, that's normal. After like your 4th use, you shouldn't see it anymore. And it's not like a whole lot of smoke, but it is smoke. Alright guys, 10 minutes have passed. I'm going to give it a check. It may or may not be done. Let's see. Look at that. They're done. Done. 10 minutes. Okay guys, so I went to hit cancel to turn it off. Look at that. So a total of 13 minutes with this air fryer, because like I said, it has a mandatory preheat. Took 13 minutes, but like I said, probably for your air fryer that you have at home, this would have took only 10 minutes. The same time it took for your oven to preheat, I'm doing this. Alright guys, it's lunchtime. You see I got some Nathan's hot dogs. Why don't we just pop the whole thing in there and see. Well, we'll see how much we can do. Let's see. When I used to do hot dogs, I'm going to do 400 for 6 minutes. Let's try that. It's probably going to be done in 5, being that we're going to preheat, but let's just go 6 minutes. All right, that was a little faster. That took about 2 minutes because I guess it was already kind of warm. All right, let's take it out. I could imagine we could fit all 8 hot dogs in here. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to cook the whole pack for you guys. And I just want to give you a vision. So we can fit a whole lot more than 8. I could probably get 16 in here if I wanted to. All right, let's get it in, guys. So I'm definitely going to check it at 3 minutes and give it like rotate it at 3 minutes. And then I'll check it again at 2 minutes after that, so a total of 5. And if we need to go longer, we will. All right, guys, this is what we're looking at 3 minutes, but I want some more coloring on there. So I figured I'll do 2 minutes more. So I'm going to add 2 minutes to this, which is no problem, guys. I just hit time, and I'm going to add 2 minutes. And then we'll come back again at 3 minutes. Alright, now that's what I'm looking for right there. That's the coloring I want. So now I'm just going to turn them over and do it for the rest of the 3 minutes. And our hot dogs will be good and done. Nice. Now you're not going to get grill marks because this is not a grill. But you're going to get those nice marks, burnt marks on there. Alright, we're done. 8 whole minutes. This is what we're looking like. Now that's how I like my dog. We're getting there, guys. But we're not done yet. We are not done yet. We're going to toast the hot dog buns in the air fryer. I don't know if you know we could do that, but we sure can. And while I prepare this, I'm going to go ahead and put it on air fryer for 2 minutes. Let it preheat. 2 minutes at 400. Just for fun. Alright guys, 400 for 2 minutes. We'll get this nice and toasty and melt some of that cheese in there. Let's get it in. Alright, let's take it out. You're going to see for yourself. 4 minutes, 400 degrees at 2 minutes. Nice and done. And by the way, later on in my episodes, I'm going to show you how to do frozen hot dogs as well, because that can be done this too. You can do frozen wings, frozen hot dogs, frozen hamburgers, but that's a little advanced. We're going to stick to the basics for now, but we're going to move up to there. And tomorrow, we're going to definitely get a little harder. We're going to make some baked chicken. Then we're going to make some fried chicken. Then we're going to make a whole chicken. We're going to graduate. And guys, there are videos online already doing this. I'm just doing it step by step with you guys. Anywho, I know a lot of you like veggies, right? They're like, Doug, where's the veggies? I don't eat hot dogs. I don't eat frozen bag fries. Where are the veggies at? Well, I got some Aldi, roasted Brussels sprouts, butternut squash, and onions. We're going to do these up. And this is from frozen. Okay, I definitely want to do 400. I'm going to do this for 12 minutes, and we'll check it at 10. Let this preheat. Alright. Dump them in there. I'm going to spray it with some olive oil with my EVO oil sprayer, just because I don't want it to be dry. But you don't have to do that. We're gonna take it out at 6 minutes and give it a shake. This is what we look like with 5 minutes left. Now you're gonna see me use this seasoning a lot. McCormick Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, and garlic. Link will be in the description. I use it for everything because it's just so awesome. So I'm just going to sprinkle some on there, and then I'm going to give it a toss. And then I'm going to put it back in there. And guys, no worries. Remember, we can open the air fryer basket as much as we want. And remember, guys, we can open this air fryer basket as much as we want. In fact, I'm just going to do a spot check right now just to make sure. See, everything is looking good. Just making sure. And I just wanted to show you guys, because sometimes, when you're making something for the first time, you might want to check it at least 3 times just to make sure. But we're good to go. We got a good 2 minutes left, and I think that'll be fantastic for this. So let's get it back in there. Nothing wrong with making sure, guys, right? And just like that, guys, we are done. It smells fantastic. Now, to my new subscribers, or new viewers, should I say, I usually do this before I show you my plate and take a bite for you guys. And I say, shout out to my Kitchen Gadgets group on Facebook. And the reason why I shout that out is that's like the heart and soul of Cooking with Doug. Every machine that comes in new, they get it, and there's, I get to see it firsthand. We dissect it, we rate it, and we like, is it good, is it bad? And then I take it from there. Random lunch, I agree, but it'll do. I did it for you guys. So, you go ahead and take a bite of that, y'all. You got it? Mm-hmm. That's perfect. Have some of these fries, y'all. Mm-hmm. Nice. And have some veggies for me, with me. Mm-hmm. You like the veggies at Aldi's? I don't know if I mentioned that. It's awesome. Alright guys, listen up. In air fryer world, olive oil is the standard. So no more vegetable oil, no more canola oil, no more of those oils. Olive oil is like the standard. Or, I mean, you can go up to avocado oil or coconut oil. You get my drift. But no more vegetable, no more canola, and I don't know what the other ones are. Doesn't matter. But most of us use olive oil, and that will be fine. One thing you guys definitely going to need, I know I showed you this earlier, but I just want to harp on this. You're going to need an oil sprayer. Now, I recommend the EVO oil sprayer, and like I said, I'll put a link in the description to mine. You don't have to get, they have various different ones, you know, like a hard plastic one, or maybe a different color, like a reddish stainless steel. My theme is, in my kitchen, is black and stainless steel, so this was wisdom to me. I still think it looks pimp-like anyway, but there's plenty of EVO sprayers out there. Now, I've tried a lot of sprayers out there. Now, first of all, let me back up. So, because I know some of you is like, oh, I could just go to the Dollar Tree and get an oil sprayer. Wrong. You can, but that's not made for oil to put in your food. That's made out of a cheap plastic that over time, I don't know, 24 hours, 2 minutes, I don't know, the cheap plastic will spit out some toxins into your oil, which you could spray into your food. And I don't know what will happen there. I don't want to think about it. So that's why we don't use those cheap spray bottles. Because, yeah, I did that back in 2016. I was like, I ain't spending, you know, $12 on a spray bottle. I could go to the Dollar Tree. Wrong. Now, Amazon and other places have a ton of oil sprayers. I've used them all. And the EVO is the one that gave me the best spray. A nice oil spread out when I spray my meats and stuff like that, or veggies or whatever have you. But you're definitely going to need an oil sprayer. So whether you get an EVO or not, you're going to have to get one, or your food will look dry. Okay? Guys, this is my Cosori air fryer. This is a 5.8 quart. I know the Instant Pot is a 6 quart. But I want to show you something with this basket, because most of you would have a basket handle like this, and I want to show you that. Most of your air fryer baskets will have like a handle like this, and they'll have like a guard, this plastic guard. You push that away, and then you push down this button to lift the basket out. Like that. You can put it back in, press it down, lift up. That's how most of you will get out your put in and take out your air fry basket. And so with this Instant Pot air fryer, it doesn't have that. There's nothing there. So you just pick it up, no problem. The only piece you take out is that little square piece in the middle. That's it. Alright guys, you want to know about cleanup. If I did just fries, I would just take a paper towel and wipe it down. But what I like to do, if I do any type of meats, any type of oil gets in there or whatever, I'll just soak it. And I'll put a little bit of detergent in there. And I'll let it sit for anywhere from 5 minutes or overnight, whatever. 5 minutes is all you need if you do it, you know, within 30 minutes of you cooking something. And then you just wipe it down. So I'm just going to leave it like that for 5 minutes. And for the purposes of this video, I didn't even wait the whole 5 minutes. I just waited 2 minutes. I'm just going to clean this out right now. It's pretty much clean. I'm just going to wipe it out with a sponge. You get the point. And by the way, I can put this in the dishwasher if I wanted to as well. I do that a lot too. So, I'm going to clean off this cooking tray thingy. Just everything's coming off just fine. Yeah. I'd say, you see it? It's clean. Easy peasy. If you don't want to wipe it down with paper towels to dry it, you can let it air dry, you know, by turning it upside down and just let it drip out on your counter or wherever. You know, we could put a towel under it on the counter and let it drip on it. Or what I love to do is this. I just put it back right in there. And I'm just going to preheat it at 400 and just hit start. Whatever time frame is fine. Whenever it gets to preheat, I'm just going to stop and it should be dry. And by the way, if you don't have this air fryer, preheat usually, just rule of thumb, is 5 minutes at 400 degrees. This one's a little faster. I think this is like 3 minutes, but generally when we say you need to preheat, if you're not using this air fryer, we mean 400 degrees for 5 minutes. Alright, we should be done now. Alright guys, I just hit cancel. Like I said, it went on for about 3 minutes, but we should be good. I'll wait till it turns off, but I could open it whenever I want. And we look, and boom. Done. Dry, done. So that's a quick way to drying off your air fryer basket. And like I said, this whole unit right here can go in your dishwasher. Of course, not the base of the air fryer, just the basket. Please don't put that. Never mind. So, what have we learned, boys and girls? I hope that I showed you that, first of all, by the time your neighbor preheats their oven, you would have made 70 to 80% of the stuff that you're going to make in this air fryer. You had already been done in that 10 to 12 minute window that their oven, traditional oven, takes to even preheat. We've learned that we can open the air fryer as much as we want to check. We've learned that we can change the temperature and the time while we're cooking. You know, once the air fryer is on and you open it, the timer stops. So you need either shake or just check or add something, add seasonings, salt, pepper, etc. We've learned that. We kind of reviewed what oils we need to use and oil sprayers. And I also let you see my go-to seasoning. If you watch my videos, you'll see a lot of that. I've been doing air fryer videos since 2016, but at least from 2018 to now, you'll see a lot of that pink salt, black pepper, garlic deal, because it's awesome. And it's good for you too. This Instant Vortex air fryer is pretty good, but if someone asks me what air fryer would I recommend, I still would recommend my Cosori 5.8 quart air fryer. Both are very similar. But my Cosori doesn't have a mandatory preheat. I'm not really loving that. That's not a big deal to you guys because if this is your first air fryer, you don't know any better. But most air fryers don't have a mandatory preheat. It is a function that you can press, but if you don't press it, then it would just start cooking. Because most air fryers can get to 400 degrees in, I don't know, 20 seconds. So I don't see the point necessarily in preheating it. You probably would save a minute in cooking, maybe 30 seconds. I don't know. But that's just my personal pet peeve. But both machines are great. And like I said, I put the link in the description so you guys can check it out. But that concludes my first episode of my YouTube online air frying cookbook. And like I said, it's just going to get a little bit harder each time. This was easy. What else? Oh, you know what I forgot to tell you guys? When you get familiar with cooking, like for instance today, we know we did hot dogs for 8 minutes, right, at 400 degrees. And we know the buns took 2 minutes at 400 degrees. So when you get used to stuff, don't be shy. Go ahead at 6 minutes, take out the air fry basket, put in your buns, and let it cook for the remaining 2 minutes. And then your hot dogs and your hot dog buns will be done at the same time. You could do stuff like that. Once you start familiarizing your stuff with yourself with times, and you can make things be done at the same time. But we're starting off slow. And so I hope this video helped you out. But help me out by sharing this with your family and your friends and anybody you know that has an air fryer that's not using it. I'm going to create a playlist, guys. So this will be the first in the playlist. I'm going to create a playlist, and I'll put that in the description too by the time you're seeing this. And I'll just add to it as I make these air fryer newbie videos. So this was fun. So stay tuned for more. Hit like if you like it. Remember to subscribe. And if anything, thanks for just even looking at my video, y'all. It's Cooking with Doug.